Hey guys, welcome to another YGOPro video. This time we've got Steelswarms, one of the worst decks you could probably play. And I tried to stick to a pure build, but I had to put in card Demise, which is still a pure build. This is card Demise is generic, but that's about it really. I was trying out Metamorphosis card of Demise, Steelswarms, and it sort of worked out okay, but the Metamorphosis bit tended to carry the deck, so I couldn't be bothered to deal with that. So we put in random text like card advance and more Hold the Haunted and Evilswarm support, but I mean Evilswarm support. Infestation, probably one of the most important cards in the deck. So what do all the Steelswarm cards do? I play only a couple of them, and there's a lot of them, but then like this is so shit. Means infestation, you basically just gain attack by doing stuff. It's really bad, but let's just show you the replays that we played some games online. And this one's against Talonite, where they just started with a standard Talonite plus a Talonite trap card. So what happened here is we use card advance to stack the top 5, and it lets us double tribute summon. It's basically double summon, but it only works for tribute summon, so it's not as good as double summon in a way, but this lets you stack the top 5 cards. Now the awesome thing about that is you play cards in Demise, so we stack the top 5, and that means that we're probably not going to draw any monsters because you don't want to draw monsters at this point because we've got infestation and you can settle with the back row, so that's what happened there. And we just tribute summon for Moth, which means you pay 1k to bounce 2 cards your opponent controls. So what is going to happen is we're going to target 2 of them. Surprisingly they didn't Nova or Stellar Nova Alpha us for some reason. And they managed to get a dead air for free, but then they got Honest to kill our Moth. So we're going to set these 2, and then you see there we drew Call the Haunted, Strike, and Twin Twisters, which was actually stacked with card advance, so that works sort of. Although we are playing against Talonite, it's one of the most annoying decks to play against if you've got shitloads of back row, but this is not too bad. We're just going to go into a Trevere play and make a Spidget card, so we're just going to go and strike that. We don't want the summon to be resolving because Trevere is going to be annoying to get off the board. So that's another one that we top deck, which we did stack as well with card advance, so that works there. We drew it as Steelswarm Caller. This one, if you tribute it, you spec a Steelswarm from your deck. So once again, it combos quite well with card advance, but not really with card Demise. So we're just going to attack. Deal some damage, which is pretty good. Just going to tag out into Steel 1 Jira stack. Yeah, I don't really know why I tagged out there. I shouldn't have tagged out. Okay, so this is when the Talonite stuff's going to happen. We're going to get wrecked by a certain Xyz is Deltaros. Now, why I didn't make Trevere here is because we got all these stuff on the board, so they don't want that to get bounced, so it's going to make Deltaros the better play, to be honest. And so we got the Twin Twister Chain to pop the face down. But then Diamond comes in and that's it. That's pretty much game, really. But we did top deck Eccentric, Funny Tech, because card Demise, and they solemn that one, so that's pretty much game because they have enough Talonite monsters to deal 3/9 damage on our life points. That was one of the games against Talonite. We lost that game. No surprise, really. Right, so let's go and play against Pendulum Call, Rip.deck. And they have Fairy Meteor Crush for some reason. Fairy Meteor Crush. And they opened Pendulum Call, limited card, but for some reason they didn't use it. So it's going to go and draw cards and send the top 2 cards as well. We opened double card Demise for some reason. So they're going to use it in here. And we're going to strike this. I think that was OTK if they had the Fairy Meteor Crush off. And this is 19 booty, Steelswarm Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper lets you tribute summon additional all the time if you tribute summon while it's face up on the field. So if you don't tribute him, tribute something else, you can tribute summon again basically. That's what it does. So it's pretty cool. And now that lets me normal summon again, sorry. It's not tribute summon, it's normal summon. So it's like double summon if you tribute summon a monster. Or Steelswarm, so it's even better actually. So they're stuck with a scale of 4 to 2 there, so it's going to pendulum summon this 1200 guy. And what we're going to do is tear apart their field using Steelswarms. So what this guy is going to do is bounce cards, and this one will summon the Steelswarm from the deck. Now that means that Gatekeeper is live, so that means we can normal summon again. I tried to bounce that, but he used Strike on our Moth, but Caller still resolves summon another Caller. So we're going to tribute the Caller to summon Gira Stack. Gira Stack is you gain 1,000 life points by sending a card your opponent controls to the graveyard. So This is the one that Steelswarm combos come in. It's going to send that one to the grave and then summon another one from a deck. So that's OTK. That's actually legit OTK with Steelswarms. But if it wasn't OTK, we could overlay the Caller and the Gatekeeper to make an Evilswarm Ophion, because Ophion only needs 2 L-Swarm monsters and Steelswarms are L-Swarms basically. That means you can also use that combo in the combo if you finish OTKing. On to the next game. We're just going to watch... Oh, this one's Dark Magician Girls, Chocolate Magician Girls. So, very unlucky for them. They opened Mahad, so that's one of the worst opening you could probably open. But they have Choco to pitch it, I guess. For some reason, they flipped the Magician's Defense, which is quite interesting. And we're gonna... What happened here is we're gonna normal summon this, use card advance, stack the top 5, and then tribute summon or Steelswarm off. Bounce these 2 and attack, because we don't want the Magician Girl there stopping our attacks. Another Choco again to discard the dead Mahads in hand. And for some reason they flipped that there. They should not flip that Magician's Defense. So we're going to pop the face down instead and make Utopia the Lightning. Record the Haunter, bringing back the level 4 and the other level 4. That deals a lot of damage because Lightning just goes to 5k. So there's some right 4 plays you can do with this deck. I mean, it's really slow, but it's not too bad if you can set up some of the combos, like the especially with card advance, probably one of the MVP of the deck. So let's see how we do well against Pendulum. It's one of the most faster decks in the recent formats. So they're playing Ariane, Luster, Pendulum, of Marpal, whatever. Open limited card here, Draco Lagos. I mean, they open that one as well. So they're gonna just +5 casually with 2 negates, which is pretty standard for this deck. So there you go, +5, 2 negates, and we somehow, unfortunately, this one's Steelswarm Needle. It doesn't work against XYZs, and they made XYZs because this one is when it's got in control of the graveyard, target one face up ritual, fusion or synchro monster you control and destroy it. So unfortunately, since they XYZ with the 2 dinosaur powerful, we can't use that. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. We'll try dual plays anyway. So we use card advance here to have additional tribute summon. So we're gonna normal summon that one. Tribute summoning for the Steelswarm Moth. Unfortunately, that has to be Chainlink 1. That's Chainlink 2 because I hit the field afterwards. So that means that. Also, this card is mandatory anyway, so that has to be that way. And then they strike the Moth, which we should have bounced these 2. And there we go. Unfortunately, this is probably game because look at this. Just gonna do their plays. Summon Direwolf to clear the back row, just in case of strike. And that's pretty much good cook because it's OTK with the Sorcerer and the Unicorn on board. So that's pretty grim against one of the faster decks. You just die turn 2 because they have so much stuff. Next one's one of our funnier replays we've got. This is the Soul Absorption Pot Cupidity Abuse deck. So what they're going to do is open Necrophase. Now that Gold Sark is at 3, this is more easier to pull off this deck. And Cupidity is at 3 for some reason. And they're going to flip the Soul Absorption, which don't know what it does. Each time a card is removed from play, increase your life points by 500 points from each card removed from play. So that includes Cupidity's face down cards. So they're going to play it and they're going to banish the top 10 cards. Look at this, they gained 5k over there. We're going to do is get a warning to the Necrophase because we don't want that resetting the cards. And they also drew another Cupidity of the Cupidity, which is really strong. So what we're going to do is do our plays with our tributing. I don't know, for some reason I shuffled that back in. That was a misplay, I think. They should have attacked for more damage and kept the monster on board. But they did top deck Raigeki as well. So we're going to use this trap card to run away. And they did sort of sack here towards the end because the top decks is just really strong. And then the Necrophase did result to shuffle back those cards and gain shitloads of attack. 100 attack for each one shuffled back in. So not quite enough for an OTK. And here we should have shuffled one in to set the 1-9 defense guy, but it doesn't really matter because we are sort of stuck here with the deck. So that's one of the loss against the funnier decks. That was quite an interesting deck to play against. With Steelswarms, of course. Don't really know half the cubic effects, so we're going to replay that one. Gadgets. Gonna draw this one. This is a weird gadget deck. They've got no gadgets in hand for some reason. I don't know why I call it gadgets. Oh, they do have gadgets. They're gonna get gadgets in like 2 turns later. So one of the techs that we teched in, because it's got a Steelswarm on it, is Advanced Zone. Basically, if you tribute summon monsters, you can do effects depending on what you do. So tribute 1, destroy 1 set card at the end phase. 2 or more, destroy 1, draw 1 card, and 3 or more, add monster from graveyard to hand. So you're always gonna just do the first effect because you rarely tribute for 2. But if you do, draw a card at the end phase as well. So at the end phase, we're just gonna grab our Stag, so we can tribute summon this guy. So I'm gonna draw drop Maxi, so they actually get to draw, which is quite rare against Steelswarms with a Maxi, because Caller's gonna spec 1 and Advanced Zone. For some reason here, I think it might be a bug, I'm not sure. I was trying to tribute off the Caller here for the Stag to pop the back row, gain 1k as well. And we should have been allowed because of Gatekeeper, but we couldn't because of I don't know if it stacks with card advance or not. It didn't let me do it, so it's less damage there denied if it was actually legal in the rulings. But I think that was probably a bug in the YGOPro code. So at the end phase, we're gonna pop the face down anyway. I don't think it targets. Yeah, it doesn't target, so that's probably why they didn't chain Reckless Greed. That was quite interesting actually. This card doesn't target, it's quite strong. There you go, they got a gadget, so I'm going to go into a Tin Godfish, and for some reason they crashed the silver gadget here, because they forgot the effect is both in the same turn. You can't use both in the same turn. So that's one of the other games that we played against gadgets. Quite interesting with the Advanced Zone over there. Alright, so that's the deck profile. We've got the complete Steelswarm deck profile, pure Steelswarms with card Demise and card Advance. One of probably the 2 most OP combo in this deck. I mean, you probably have to neg like loads of cards to pull off some combos with this deck. So I hope you enjoy playing this deck. So I'm just going to explain some of the text while we play it. Card Advance Zone, sorry, card Advance Zone, that's what it's called. I called it card Advance for some reason. Card Advance Zone is just because of the end phase. It doesn't target set card destruction, pretty good. Triple Call on to just to bring back stuff like tribute fodders and stuff. Solemn Strike, stop cards and Morning as well. Solemn Brigade, pretty standard because card Demise. We play card Demise, that's why. Why we don't play the big ones is because read their effects. This one is you must tribute 3 Steelswarm monsters to normal summon this card, so immediately you can't use it because it's impossible to get 3 out without them dying. Tribute summon this card by tributing a Steelswarm monster against effect. Okay, so you got to tribute 2 monsters for this one, and it gains. You can pay 1 per turn, pay 1k. That's not too bad, but like you need to tribute 2 monsters for it, so it's quite difficult to do that. Maybe play 1 if you want to play this one, Steelswarm Longhorn. I've seen this card being used in some FTKs actually. Alright, so Coco Stag. This one is you need to tribute summon 2 Steelswarms. You activate 1 effects, which is destroy a monster on the field. Destroy a spell and card on the field. That's not too bad to be honest. Maybe play 1 at most. And this one is Mantis. Pay 1,000 life points, I want to steal some on the graveyard, spec that target. So it's not too bad, but it doesn't work with card Demise at part duality, so I don't like this one. Because it's not really, it's not level. If it was level 4, it would be better with a lower attack, maybe. And this one, it's not too good because it stops level 5 high special monsters in the field. It's okay, maybe Ophion's probably better if you can make that one. Because it stops them from coming on the field in the first place. And this one is if you tribute summon this squad using Steelswarm monsters, counts as 2 tributes. So that's okay, but its attack and defense is too low. It's 1k0. And these back row, you don't even read them because they're so bad. Alright, XYZ is just Utopia Lightning lineup. We got Utopia behind here because Moth is a rank level 6. Of course, Ophion, Crazy Box just because of skill drain, random skill drain, and random rank force. Steelswarm Bahamut's okay because you can make it using 2 Evilswarm monsters. And oh, we're just gonna put a Steelswarm Roach in there because just to be cheeky, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not that good, but like it's a Steelswarm, so we may as well put it in there. Alright, so Evilswarm Nightmare because they're all dark, so you can use that to book a moon things on the summon. So it's not too bad. This deck is okay. I mean, it's not the best. I mean, Steelswarms is not the best deck anyway, but tribute summoning is fun. Maybe if you get more tribute summoning support like card Advance in the future, this deck will be a bit better. So yeah, that's Steelswarm deck profile. Don't forget to comment it down section below, and you can download it down in the description below if you want to try it out, if you dare to do so. Alright, cheers for watching, guys.